Alright, hey everyone, welcome to another Steam Deck video. Today we're checking out Deathless. This is a game that hasn't come out yet. In fact, it's going to come out on the 29th of July, 3 days from now. And I want to say a huge thanks to the developers OneTwoPlay Games who provided me a key so I can review this early on the Steam Deck. And this is a game that is, this is a roguelite shoot 'em up style game similar to Vampire Survivors or similar to Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. But this one has a twist. It actually has multiplayer and you can play with up to 4 friends and try to survive together. So today we're checking it out on the Steam Deck, seeing how it performs, how the different graphical settings work on it. So currently I am on the lowest possible settings. The texture quality is on low, the graphics quality is on low, and this is one of those games where the more you play it, the more demanding it gets because there's more enemies on the screen. So without further ado, let's jump into the first map here and I'll show you what it looks like, how it plays. And I'm gonna go to the first map over here. Now I think these games are pretty fun to play, at least for me, and they are pretty fun to play on the Steam Deck. You don't have much controls to mess with. You just run around, it auto shoots, and the only decision you have to make is what spell are you gonna upgrade or are you gonna pick up next. At the start it will run at 60 FPS locked, but the more you progress, unfortunately, the harder it becomes to stay at 60 FPS. Let's go through some of the gameplay here, and you can see how it runs. Now this game has full controller support on the Steam Deck. It can be played offline. You don't need to be online to play it. It can be played offline, but you can also play online with friends. Battery life on the lowest settings is about 2 hours and 30 minutes. I am gonna play for a little bit and hopefully I will survive long enough to show you what the performance looks like once we get more enemies on the screen. This game has some sort of progression. You can unlock different characters and you can unlock different maps with different modes. There is a boss on each map, so if you kill about 1,000 monsters or something like that, a boss will show up and you do need to defeat that boss. You need to survive for a period of time before you can progress to the next map. And you also collect a currency. I think it's gold, I'm not sure, I think it's gold. And this currency will allow you to unlock new characters or new abilities. It will allow you to upgrade some abilities. This is all one in-game. There's no pay-to-win. There's no microtransactions in this game. So the only way to grind this gold is to just keep playing. Okay, so we're starting to get a lot more monsters now on the screen. Frame time is starting to lag just a tiny bit, and soon we're gonna start dropping. Oh, there's the boss, the mummy. We need to run away from this guy because he's gonna one-shot us. You can see the more monsters we get on the screen, the more it's starting to lag. But it still runs pretty good. Trying to keep 60. It will drop to about 40. I've seen it drop to about 40 even on the lowest settings. It will start to drop because there's a lot of enemies on the screen and it needs to cope with that. But overall, on the lowest settings, it's very enjoyable and very playable. Oh, that's a huge spike right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the graphics settings a little bit, just to show you what that looks like. I'm gonna set it to medium. Now graphics quality and texture quality are linked together for some reason. So if you set one to medium, you're gonna set the other one to medium. And now I'm also gonna enable grass and damage number here, and anti-aliasing will be set to X2. Now all of these additions like damage numbers, grass and stuff like that is just gonna make the game run just a tad bit worse. And I don't think they are necessary for the gameplay, and I don't think they improve the experience that much, so you can definitely do without them. But nevertheless, I'm going to show. So this is now running on the medium settings. Battery life on the medium settings does not seem to be that affected. I would say maybe it's around 2 hours and 15 minutes on my LCD Steam Deck. Now when I try to give you guys an estimate on battery life, you have to keep in mind that my Steam Deck is now more than 2 years old, so battery has definitely degraded a little bit. So when I say a number, it's not gonna be perfectly accurate, and your mileage may vary. Okay, let's take a fireball here. Oh, there we go. We dropped to 40. It cannot handle this effect. Frame time struggling. It does dip for just a tiny bit. Once you kill them, it will go back to 60, but those dips can cost you the entire level because it does slow down quite a lot. And if you don't dash out on time, they might kill you. Now currently I'm doing a very good run, but it will get harder and harder. At some point though, before the end of the run, when the mummy shows up again, the monsters start to deplete, so there isn't that much on the screen. Yeah, but it still does get pretty hard for the Steam Deck to keep up. But this is a huge guy right here. It does not want to die. Oh shit, I shouldn't have stayed here. No, okay, there we go. Right, this was medium. Let's turn it to high, and I'll show you what that looks like. Everything high, anti-aliasing for atmospheric fog, grass, damage numbers, we get everything here. Now let's show a different character. I think I purchased the Lich here. So battery life will now say 1 hour 45 minutes, even though we're on the highest settings. But the more you progress into the level, the faster it's going to start to drop. So I think battery life on the highest settings is more around 1 hour and 20 minutes. If I had to guess, okay, we're gonna get the time stretch. It's a good one, I think. But it's you're definitely able to play through the whole game without any issues. Even when it dips a little bit on the lowest settings, I still don't think it's that big of an issue for the gameplay. And there are a couple of different maps. I presume the other map is a forest map with different textures, so the game might run a little bit differently on it, and I'm gonna test that as well. I'm gonna showcase on the lowest settings, and we'll see if we can get some tips there as well. So currently I can't show you any multiplayer gameplay, but presumably in multiplayer it will lag a lot more because there's more people and more effects on the screen. Maybe once the game comes out I will do a separate video to show you what multiplayer looks like. So let's actually go ahead, change the settings back to the lowest, and then we're gonna try the other map and see how it runs over there. Alright, different level. Let's see how the game runs on this one. So this is the reason why I told you that the game kind of reminds me of early League of Legends. Now I've also disabled blood. I don't like disabling blood because it doesn't really look like I'm killing anything, so let's just enable that. We can make sure they're actually dying. Yeah, that makes a little more sense. I'm gonna get the meteor here, and we're gonna see how it runs on this map. So there are some secondary objectives on this map, but I'm not sure what they're about. I found them earlier when I was testing it, and I'm gonna show you. But again, I'm not sure what these are about. It seems like you can rebuild some of these towers here to maybe help you. Yeah, you're starting to rebuild a tower here. Slowly, you have to keep staying in this, and it's gonna rebuild the tower here for you. It's probably gonna help you with these monsters. So we're gonna try and stay within this objective. It's proving really hard. maybe we can come back to it. I think I did it. I rebuilt it. Oh, here, there we go. I'm not sure what it's doing. Activate crystals 1 of 4. So these are some secondary. So there are some secondary objectives on this map. You have to activate these crystals, and the way you do it, you just stand close to them for a while. Now, as you can see, on this level, we're starting. Now, the frame time on this level is a lot worse than it was on the desert level. So it's starting to chug a lot sooner. So it's going to start to lag a lot sooner. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Now, again, this game hasn't come out yet. And presumably they're going to have some patches to improve performance on day one. So with time, it's probably going to run a lot better. But still, you can't really expect it to run. You still can't expect it to run with 60 FPS because, again, it's one of those games where the more assets there are on screen, the harder it is for the Steam Deck to run it. But nevertheless, it's been a pretty fun game. I've actually played it a lot over the weekend, and it's currently my #1 Steam Deck game to enjoy. Trying to collect all the characters, trying to unlock all the spells, so I can be all powerful. And yeah, hopefully when it comes out, I'll be able to test multiplayer with other people, and I can showcase that as well. But yeah, this has been Deathless on the Steam Deck. Once again, huge thanks to the developers for providing me with a review key. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, leave a comment if this is the type of game that you would play on your Steam Deck. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.